So this is a tale of two cities. I mean a tale of two lawyers. Well, at least a tale of two different versions of the same lawyer. This is the movie version of Mickey Holler, played by Mathew McConaughey. And then this, the TV version of Mickey Holler, played by Manuel Garcia-Rulfo. And that makes things interesting for us. It's a tale of two different styles of dressing for the same character. And that character is Mickey Holler, an LA lawyer who works out of a Lincoln automobile rather than an office.
Welcome back to For the Love of Suits. If you're new here, we find inspiration on how to dress well from the most stylish men on the screen. We have a new video every Wednesday and shorts throughout the week.
So let's take a look at Matthew McConaughey's interpretation first and his dress style that goes with it. We can tell from the opening of the movie that he is a slick, if somewhat frantic man, a man who thinks fast on his feet and is ready for anything. Well, what would you expect from someone who works out of a car rather than an office when he doesn't have to, and has a personalised license plate reading "not guilty"? A maverick he may be, but he's still a lawyer and he wears a sharp suit. It's a very dark blue suit. Black can look great, but it is very inflexible. This dark blue suit might almost appear as black, but it has more depth to the colour and can be more flexible when it comes to matching shirts and accessories. The suit is a lightweight worsted wool two-piece with peak lapels. It strikes the right tone of a serious lawyer and cool, well-dressed individual. I like the way the fabric moves with his body when he walks, and that is the ultimate sign of a custom-made suit. It enhances your figure and makes you look good. High-quality wool has a sheen on its surface. It's not cheap like a blended wool suit. The difference is hard to describe, but you will know it when you see it. He has on a white shirt with a decent collar. Classic rules say his collar should be tucked under this jacket, but I think this looks good on him as he has a slim figure. The necktie is also dark blue with a diamond pattern and tied to what could be a 4-in-hand knot. This is a standard knot, also known as the schoolboy knot, and you'd be familiar with it if you had to wear a school uniform. There's no dimple in the tie, which is a fold beneath the knot to give the tie dimension, but I think it's no crime, especially when you're always on the move. But Mickey knows how to dress down for the park and playtime with his daughter. Well, somebody's playing with his daughter. It's not bad, but I think it could be a little better. He's made one classic mistake which makes him look a little bit sloppy. He's wearing a Western-style faded denim shirt. It has dual chest pockets and a button-down collar. This means there is a lot of stitching detail and buttons that make it a casual shirt and not a dress shirt. He also wears it the correct length for an untucked shirt. You should never wear a dress shirt untucked as it is too long and starts to look like a dress. And if you've ever seen that drunk guy at the office party with his shirt untucked, you'll know it is not a desirable look. He's also wearing double denim and has balanced it nicely with darker jeans. You don't want the same or too similar tone top and bottom or the so-called Canadian tux. It just looks wrong. So far so good, but we can see his white shirt underneath. Showing your underwear is not a strong look and should be avoided. Either wear a singlet vest underneath or a V-neck t-shirt so it can't be seen. I don't think I would have much confidence with this version of Mickey defending me in court. And Mickey appears to be a one-suit kind of man. When we see him in court again, it's the same suit with a different necktie, a plain blue knit tie this time. Mickey fits into one of three categories of men who wear suits. The man who has to for work. So his choice of a dark blue suit rather than something more distinctive is a good one, as it won't appear too obvious that he owns only one suit. A wardrobe with a few different shirts and ties can disguise the fact that you only own one suit. However, you should never wear the same suit 2 days in a row. The fabric needs to be aired between wears to prevent the buildup of bacteria from sweat. And then there's the TV show Mickey Holler. He's a little more downbeat, perhaps earlier in his career and his divorce, and not quite as cocky. But do you know anyone that can be as cocky as Matthew McConaughey? He's lounging on the beach and hasn't taken a case in quite a while, but he's prompted to get dressed and take out his Lincoln of the title. His first suit is similar to the movie Mickey Holler. It's a dark blue suit from a similar worsted wool with peak lapels, as opposed to the notched lapels of Matthew's version. I don't think it says much about either of them, but peak lapels are considered more formal or elegant and notched lapels a little more relaxed. The tie has a more interesting texture, but is still blue, so there's not much difference between the two versions so far. Even though we are only one episode in, we already have a second suit to look at. I feel this suit portrays the underlying character of Garcia-Rulfo's Mickey. The first suit may have been a transition suit from the movie to the TV show. What do I mean by that? Every choice you make with your clothing communicates who you are as a person to everyone you meet. Whether it's casual or formal, how you present yourself and how you take care of your clothes communicates everything about who you are as a person before you even open your mouth to shake hands with someone. Well, there's a slight difference in the second suit, and I feel this reflects the actor's more humble portrayal of the character. This is a mid-grade textured peak lapel two-piece suit. The fabric is quite light and does not drape as well as the previous suit, although perhaps it's just that the dark fabric is less reflective, and appears so as it reflects less light and creates fewer highlights and shadows. The overall effect is a more relaxed suit. That of a man who is more at ease or perhaps whose lifestyle requires more wearing than just to the courthouse. He has on a classic white shirt, very suitable for the court. And if you need to know the importance of owning a well-ironed white shirt and how to wear it, check out my video on Person of Interest here. His tie is a dark red tie. Red can be a great colour to lift an otherwise neutral outfit, but always choose a dark red. Bright red is tacky. Also, I notice he has side adjusters on his pants. This is a small strap with a buckle on the end to keep your pants up so you don't need to wear a belt. It not only saves time getting dressed in the morning, it also leaves a very nice uninterrupted line on your suit. In the second episode, we get a great opportunity to look for several characters in different interpretations of the classic suit. There's more than one way to skin a cat. What a strange thing to attempt. And there is more than one way to wear a suit, and I encourage you to try your own way and not to worry too much about all the rules. In the words of Alan Flusser, you can break all the rules and it can still look right. In the words of Michael James Ryan, me, if it looks right, it is right. Mickey is wearing another grey suit, but one with less texture and some nice vertical lines in the weave. And this time he's wearing a belt. Do you notice how the buckle of the belt is a little distracting from the overall streamlined look of the suit? He's wearing a blue shirt and a nailhead necktie. It's slightly more monochrome than his previous outfit, and it may have something to do with having to appear before a judge. Detective Griggs has a striking wardrobe. A grey suit with a black shirt. A black shirt is a tricky thing to pull off, and I don't recommend introducing one to your suit on the first date. It's for a more mature wardrobe. Wearing it with either a black or grey suit produces a sophisticated monochrome look, but beware that you will look outstanding. Personally, I would have chosen a darker grey suit so that the contrast wasn't so great, but each to their own. The necktie has a striking red colour, but also contains a lot of grey, so it works well with the suit. The defendant Trevor Elliott is wearing a contentious style that is usually love it or hate it, and that is the suit with a button collar and no necktie. David Lynch used to rock this, and I thought he pulled it off well, but he's David Lynch and a true maverick. What do you think of Trevor's look? It seems a bit bare as there is no tie or an open collar, so I think he could improve it in a number of ways. He could wear a 3-button jacket, which would bring the button stance higher, so there would be less shirt showing. He could also choose a slightly darker shirt, so there's less contrast with the jacket. And wider lapels on his jacket would also help spread the attention on his chest and shoulders. He has a narrow frame, but this lapel could still stretch a couple of centimetres wider.
If you're enjoying this video so far, then please hit the like button. Or better yet, subscribe and hit the notifications bell. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't yet, check out our comment section. We have a great community.
And now we get to see Garcia-Rulfo's casual Mickey Haller. At a school game, he wears a decent but not special casual uniform of jeans, sneakers and a sweater. The sweater is an interesting knit, but has a grungy colour scheme. Blue and brown are great companions and allow other colours to be worn with them. And it's intentionally dirty looking to dress down, but I would be inclined to wear neater and less worn looking jeans to keep it a bit sharper. The sneakers finish the lot quite well, with the beige colour matching part of the sweater. And he has thrown a suede jacket over it to visit the hospital later as the day gets cooler. Although I'm a fan of leather jackets, a suede jacket can look better on an older gentleman. As their skin gets rugged, the softness of the suede offsets the roughness. And the brown here, again, a good match to the colour of the sweater. This open collar look is an interesting one. We've seen it done to perfection in Person of Interest, and here is a slightly different recipe with the same ingredients. A grey suit with a white open collar shirt. The collar of the shirt works well nicely tucked under the jacket, and is a nice stiff clean white shirt, but I notice he has peak lapels on that suit, and I really think it could be perfect with a notch lapel. What do you think?
So thank you for watching to the end, and I'll see you next Wednesday. So please excuse my suit if it looks a little crumpled. Finally, my shipping has arrived from Shanghai to Dublin. It took 4 months. So that means I have a whole range of new suits and shirts and ties to wear in the videos. So what am I wearing today? It's a custom-made 3-piece suit with notched lapels from my tailor in Shanghai. The fabric is a navy worsted wool from VBC, as we call them for short because it's a little difficult to pronounce. It's Vitale Barbaris Canonica. It's from Italy. And as you can see close up here, it's actually got a very subtle check, Glen check running through it, which is nice close up. And far away just looks like a standard navy suit, so it's quite nice. I've got the same white shirt on that I had in the last video. And I do not know the brand of tie, but it's made in Korea, but it is made from a raw silk. So it has a very nice finish on it. Nice rough textured look. If you're ever in London, I recommend visiting Laird Hatters, where I got this fabulous fedora from. But my shipping's here, so I have several more hats and several more overcoats that I'll be wearing in the coming videos.